really works.
It's just
No
great.
way.
Oh,
It's
that
the
is
best.
good to
Do you
know.
use it after? Do you use it after you work out, or just like day to day?
After I work out and when I want to extend my hair to 3 days without washing. Like
Yeah.
today.
Yeah. But see, I'm a
Your hair
curly
looks
girl.
Insane.
I'm a curly girl. I would never
Dove.
do any of that stuff. I would just put oil in my hair and curl it up and go. I mean, I'm not into any of that. So, my thing.
Interesting. Okay, let's talk. Oh, you know what? Let's take a quick break, and then we will come back and talk. I want to talk about smartphones versus sex and Mother's
Sure.
Day, and oh my
course.
gosh, so much juicy stuff. We're talking about the alpha woman and what she wants. Ginger Consulting in the Twin Cities has done a new survey all about it, and we have more results right after this. You're listening to Shop Girls on My Talk 1071.
There's a place downtown where the freaks all come around. It's a hole in the wall. It's a dirty free for all. And they turn me on. And they take it off. And they take it off. Everybody take it off. There's a place I know if you're looking for a show where they go hardcore and there's glitter on the floor. And they turn me on.
Welcome back. You're listening to Shop Girls on My Talk 1071. I'm Allison Kaplan.
I'm Alexis Walsko.
What could you not live without for 30 days? Ponder that. And while you're coming up with your own answer, we have the answers from a new survey called What Women Want from the ladies at Ginger. Mary and Beth, tell us, what were the answers and were you surprised?
Well, who doesn't love a good deprivation question, right?
Right. It's perfect. I mean, everybody has everything all the time. So we asked our ladies, our 400 ladies, what is the one thing you couldn't live without for 30 days? And 41% of them said they could not live without their smartphone. Could not live without their
No,
smartphone.
I mean, is that
Number
what you were
one answer
expecting?
by
That's the
a
number one answer.
mile.
Well, it sounds plausible until you think about this is way over the morning coffee, way over the makeup, way over that alcoholic beverage to take the edge off, as we call it, at night. And only 4% of the intrepid ladies said that they could not live without sex
For 30 days.
for 30 days. whereas-
Ouch.
But as we say, there's always day 31 if you really had to stretch it.
Right.
Right?
Right.
I'm not surprised by that, though. I mean, when it just becomes so instrumental in how we live our lives. I mean, I couldn't do my job the way I do it and do my daily juggle with kids without my phone. I couldn't.
We sometimes do this mapping exercise with women, or you do it with men, and in men's life, they're like house, work, after work drinks, home. That's their day. And think about your day. It's house, school, Target, Byerly's, home, work at home, soccer practice, dinner,
Right.
laundromat, whatever. I
Get an
mean, you've gone-
emergency call, run over to Michael's, whatever it is. I mean, there's just
Totally.
all these things. Our lives are really crazy. They're all over the place. And so women say, my smartphone is an absolutely essential tool in my life. It keeps me connected. It keeps me chatting with my kids. I'm able to go online at a moment's notice and find whatever I need to find. So I guess it's not that surprising that we just can't imagine living life without it anymore.
Just keep it out of
Isn't
the
it-
reach of your sex-deprived husband.
Right,
I guess
right.
that's
Isn't it amazing that exercise is about 4 steps above sex and sweets? So women can't live without exercise.
No, I think exercise is absolutely like a mental health antidote. It is from my girlfriends, everybody runs together or spins together or yogas together or whatever it is because it absolutely makes us feel better.
Is this part of the affluent community?
I think
that
this is a little
this is
bit
part of the life that they live versus sort of. I mean, everyday people that I know exercise, they're too busy to have exercise integrated.
It's not that they're affluent, it's that they're alpha that makes them more likely to exercise because they live a more purposeful life. And
Right.
they have actually realized that they have, everybody has their anxiety, particularly now with the
Right.
recession and all that. And this is the feel-good way to do it, even if it's just walking the dog for 20 minutes. We didn't define it to be some scary spinning class. They realize that they've got to do
So
this.
insightful. That's interesting.
And you think about it, normal mainstream women, not they're out
Yep.
walking with their friends, after dinner, whenever it is. Again, it's just makes you feel better about yourself, makes you feel
Yeah, and there's literally no downside to it.
So, given the importance of the smartphone, I love that you also asked your alpha women if your smartphone had a superpower, what would it be?
Yeah.
Yeah, there were some great answers to this. One of my favorites was that she really wants, and I want this too. Somebody needs to come up with this. She wants the superpower to be that her smartphone somehow works like the Clueless closet. Do you guys remember the movie Clueless?
Yeah.
And how she would go to her
yeah.
closet every morning, and it would give her all these based on what she had, and even if she felt like I feel fat today, here's an outfit that would look great. Put this top with this bottom and this jacket and this necklace. And again, women are just busy, but they want to look great. They want to feel great. So they're wishing that their smartphone could somehow do that fabulous closeting function where it would tell you what to wear every day. I would love that.
Yeah. Now,
That
but
is
they,
a brilliant business suggestion.
I know.
For Tootin'.
Yeah.
I know, and not that hard to do.
There's got to be an app
There's
for that.
got to be an app for that.
Yeah, we can all come up with an app. But, the main thing, though, I want to point out, and because technology companies get all excited about these fancy apps, the main thing that women want is the phone that will not die on them. If you come up with the battery that works for forever and ever and ever, people will buy your phone. So,
Well, we mentioned on the show, and it's coming out in a couple of weeks. There's a local company, Urban Junket, that's come out with a bag that will make sure your
Yes,
has
I
a
saw
battery
that.
built in,
Right.
and they're women's stylish
Perfect.
bags, not too clunky.
Right.
So
That's a
that's
great
something to watch
idea.
for. Urban Junket, yeah.
Now, the other fun smartphone app that they came up with, their fantasy, if my smartphone had a superpower, it was sort of like the closet, but it's the pantry version. So I wish my smartphone would know what I have in the freezer, the fridge, and the pantry and suggest dinner ideas for that evening. If I have 15 minutes, if I have 30 minutes, if I have an hour based on what I have at home.
Yeah, that's
So
good.
Wouldn't that be
That is
awesome?
good. And then if they could just whip it up, if the
Yeah,
phone could
exactly.
do that too,
Stir it with the smartphone.
fantastic. That would be perfection. So we have just a few minutes left. Why don't we talk a little bit about gifting? Mother's Day is coming up. What did you find? What do women really want?
They want a gift.
yeah, they
And
do.
they don't want it to be
This is-
handmade.
They
I
want a
actually want to
gift.
start at the bottom because I love this. Here's what they don't want: a handmade
Yeah.
gift. They're going to tell you that they do, but they don't.
It's so true. Like, yeah, honey, thanks. I'd like the handmade gift. No, just a card is fine.
No, it's
Yeah, if
not.
you hear that, that's not
fine.
fine.
You know
and if
what?
you're only getting the sex at the 4% level, guys, just remember, don't just do the card.
You know
It's
what
going to
we
make
say,
it worse.
fellas, put a little muscle into it. Take a little bit of time and really think about her. You know her. You've been living with her for how long? You know what she likes. You know what she's passionate about. You know what she wants. Take some time, put some effort into it. Make her know that you recognize her and you cherish her. So get her some cute something. It doesn't have to be expensive.
But there's that constant catch-22 of women wanting the guy to take the initiative and yet then never quite being satisfied with what he does.
And that's the thing. Women feel that they have thought about everyone else and every part of everyone else's life 24/7 for the last 365 days. So could the husband spend 10 minutes thinking about what she might like? Maybe it is a pedicure. Maybe it is a nice dinner. Maybe it's hiking. Maybe it's out with the kids, but maybe the kids are dressed up and no one has a snotty nose she has to
Maybe
fix.
it's also just time alone.
It could be.
Yeah, it might
could be what
It
she
might
wants.
be a couple hours just off with her friends having cocktails. And, girlfriends help each other here. I have actually emailed Mary's husband a couple of times before. And you know what? She's got this coming up. Here's some ideas for you.
Your
And-
husband's very good on the gifting, but he has also leaned on your girlfriends. Yeah, which I
That
think
is
He's a
funny.
smart
I just
guy.
had this
Yeah.
conversation with one of my friends. I was saying, this is what I would love for us to do this year for our anniversary. She's like, I'll drop a hint. I'm like,
Right?
oh my
I
gosh,
know.
why haven't I thought of this
We
before?
actually have had some of our clients who are men. We provide a free service where they take us to coffee and they're like, "Oh my God, the 20-year anniversary is coming up. What do I do?" And we
get
we
it
give
all
them some
mapped out
ideas
in a
because
couple
it's
minutes.
mystifying to them. They just don't get it.
It's sort of a pay it forward girlfriend strategy because, my friend Lisa does it for me and I do it for you and then we do it
Yeah.
for the clients and,
Good advice. Good advice. So, and overall, what do you, obviously you do this survey. For us, it's really fun to talk about. You're actually going to use this in your business and with all of your clients. What are kind of just the big takeaways for you from your survey this year and in comparison to?
Well, the big takeaways to remember, as you guys say probably on your show, is that women are it when it comes to the economy. 85% of all products bought and sold. So when you're talking women, you're not talking
85%.
85%.
Right.
You're not talking a niche market. You're talking the market.
you're talking a mega niche.
Yeah. And so when women say I'm planfully, substantially trying to put some fun and good things back in my life again, that's really good news for marketers.
Yeah, women control 2/3 of all spending. That's like $30 trillion. Vast majority of all American household purchases are really flowing through the hands of women. So, marketers can't marginalize us and say, well, it's just the little lady at home. I mean, we are really fueling our economy.
That is amazing. It really is. You two are shoppers, obviously. I know.
Oh,
We've talked shop on many occasions.
Yes.
What's exciting you right now? What's on your radar?
Well, I don't know what you're talking about, except right after this, I'm going to the Michelle Trunk show at Nordstrom's, where they have the new Michelle watch bands that are
Oh,
in
nice.